If you can see me. Can you see me? Okay. Okay. Woo. Okay. We are a minute past 2 p.m. Welcome to the session, everyone. I'm Mariam. Full name is Mariam Nampima. I'm going to be your lead trainer for today's session, which is use marketing tools and social media to grow your business online. So I'm here with a colleague of mine who's going to be moderating the session, taking you through the chat box. So feel free, please, to introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining us from, tell us the name of your business, tell us your expectations to at the end of the session. What do you expect to have learned? Share with us how the weather is, how is business, and yeah, let's have a good session together. So my moderator, please confirm to me that I am being seen and I am very audible to our viewers. Welcome to the session. Please go ahead, introduce yourself. We'd like to know who you are. Okay, that's a confirmation from my moderator, Peace Lillian. So please go ahead, for every question you have about the session we have today, go ahead and ask in the chat box. It's on your right hand. If you're using a computer, go ahead and ask all the questions you have. Now let's go into what we're going to discuss today in our session. So today we're going to handle 3 agendas. These are 3 main agendas. The first one, by the time you leave this session, you'll know how to set up and optimize your Google My Business listing. That is what we're going to go through first. Second, you're going to learn how you can plan your digital marketing strategy. And the third strategy is going to be how you can leverage social media channels and email marketing for your business. So those are our 3 agendas that we are going to look deeply into in this session. So as we go ahead, just tell me about the marketing tools that you are currently using. So if you're a business that has been advertising on Google, like you've earlier on advertised on Google, go ahead, share with us. If you've been using TV, if you've been using flyers, if you've been using like sending out people to go and do marketing for you, please go ahead, share with us. Tell us which tools you've currently been using. Let us know in the chat box. So I'll be picking responses as you respond to that question. As per now, let us go ahead as those responses keep coming. So our first agenda today is set up and optimize your Google My Business listing. I wouldn't want the term GMB to scare you or to confuse you. It's GMB, and GMB is short for Google My Business. So currently it has been changed to Google Business Profile. So if you see a term Google Business Profile or GBP somewhere, just know it is the same thing as talking about Google My Business. Okay, so we're talking and talking Google My Business, but what is Google My Business? You can as well keep on telling us in the chat box, what do you understand by Google My Business? In your own understanding, what is Google My Business? And as well, I'm going to tell you what it is. So Google My Business is, as you see on your screen, is a free tool that lets you manage how your business appears on Google Search and Google Maps. So it features a lot of things. For example, on Google My Business, if you have a profile, Someone is going to be able to see, you're going to be able to add your business name. We are able to see where you're located. You can add your business hours. I don't know if you've seen it before, but at times when you're searching for a particular store that you want to visit, you normally see something like, for example, if you make a search at around 11 a.m., there is something that shows you that this shop is currently open. And beyond 5, they actually show you that this store is currently closed. So that is one of the features of you having a Google Business Profile. You can add photos, customers can give you reviews, and you can even have insights and understand how people are searching for you. So you can have access to all of these after you are verified and your business is appearing on Google search. It will help a lot of customers find you online whenever they are searching for a business. So that is briefly what Google My Business is. So it is a free tool provided by Google. So there's no excuse for you to say that I don't have a budget for it. It is a free tool, and this is how you can engage with your customers when you have a Google My Business profile. So so how do you connect with customers on Google search? So whenever how should I how whenever you have a profile on Google, the very first thing is that you're going to be appearing on Google Maps and also on Google search. So if I'm in an area and I'm looking for, let's say you're a restaurant currently, and if I'm looking for a restaurant near me, and let's say I'm in, which example can I use? Let's say I'm in Kanjoch and I'm looking for a restaurant near me, and you're one of the profiles that have a you're one of the businesses that have a Google profile, that have a profile on Google and Google Maps. You're going to be able to show up among the results that I will get. So that is how you're going to be able to engage with customers and let customers know that you actually do exist in that particular area. It's one of the many ways you can drive awareness for your company. So, like I said, it's a free tool. You'll be able to attract customers if you put images that are really nice, if you put a good description for your for your business. It's one other way aside social media and aside if you've been using flyers, it's one other way customers can reach you. And you can also see how customers are interacting and connecting with your business, because with insights, I said, you can have access to insights showing you that these are the number of searches that you have on Google, these are the people that have called you through Google, these are the people that have clicked on your profile. So it gives you access to all of this if you have been verified very well and your profile is very visible. So, how do you create a Google My Business account? Creating an account is actually a very simple process. It's just like you going to your it's just like you going to your phone and maybe you dial in 0 star something star 165 if you want to buy airtime, and you follow prompts. So it's the same thing when you come to Google My Business. The very first thing is that you are going to your Google Chrome, input the term Google My Business, and it will give you that option where you're supposed to start from. So my moderator has shared a link. I can see where you can actually, it will, if you click on that link, you'll directly go to where you start from, where you can start adding your business name. And then after adding your business name, it will prompt you to something else where you can choose a category where your business belongs to, the most relevant category to your business. So after you've added the name, you've added the category, the next thing is to add your location, because customers have to find you. That is the relevance of having a Google Business profile. It is going to be easy for customers to go to Google Map and know exactly where you're located. So it will allow you add a location. You can add your contacts. so that people can easily reach you via Google My Business. So after that, the remaining thing will be for you to finish and then start managing your listing. By managing, we mean adding information, posting updates, especially now that during this time you can just keep on telling people to wash their hands, keep moving with sanitizers, put on masks. So you can just keep on managing your business listing for you to remain relevant on Google. So after we've gone through those steps, you've added the name, category, everything. For you to finish, how do you finish when it comes to after you've added all the information for your business? So right now, what you're seeing on your screen is a page you'll be seeing in front of you after all those steps, and it will be asking you to verify your business. So when you reach this part, this is where we come in as Africa 118. We are Google partners. So this is where we come in. If you're part of the Launchpad program, just reach out to the person who you're currently interacting with, to your digital marketing account manager. This person will help you in verifying your business. So when you reach this part, just click verify later and reach out to your account manager. They'll be able to help you out in verification. And we have other partners. For example, there is the one you see on your screen, Opera. That is also another Google partner who can do verification. But currently, since you're under Africa 118, we can very well help you in verifying in a very short period of time. So just reach out to the person you're directly in contact with, and they'll be able to help you out in verifying your business. So that is the very first step of creating your Google My Business profile, or currently known as Google Business Profile. And the next step will be now to optimize. But before I can show you how you can optimize your business listing, let's first look at some statistics. So why does it really matter for you to complete your Google My Business listing? Why does it matter for you to go ahead and verify? Why does it matter for you to go ahead and optimize? So according to statistics, people that have a Google My Business account, 2.7 times more likely to be considered reputable. So most cases when we meet you and you tell us that you're a business owner, we ask, what is your business name? You tell us, okay, my business is called Visions Africa. So if you tell us that your business name is Visions Africa, the next thing that I'll do is to go and see if you're available on Google search. That is what I'll do. And if you're not available, it will be very hard for me to actually trust that you exist. So you are 7 times likely to get more clicks than an incomplete profile. So we have also what we call entry profiles. Entry profiles are those ones where someone has just been verified, but that has left the page empty. They've not added a description, they've not added photos. The only thing they have is a name and a map and a contact, and that's it. So still you have a listing, but you have the number of times that you're going to get someone to click onto your profile are going to be different from someone who has actually gotten a profile complete. If let's say they have been verified, they've added all of this information talking about their business, someone like that is going to have a better chance than you who has not done anything to their profile. So 70% you're more likely to attract location visits. This is because with having such a profile, I can easily know where you're located, and I can easily follow Google Maps. For those of you who use Safe Border, yes. So if you use Safe Border, some of these guys, whenever they don't know a place where you're going and you also don't know it, they use Google Maps to actually search for a place. That is if it has a listing on Google Maps, so that you didn't got lost. And in most cases, if that is the right location, you get there, and even Google keeps on warning you that, okay, now you can turn this side, you can turn this side, you're 10 minutes away from your destination. So that's the importance of having this profile. And lastly, 50%, you're 50% more likely to lead, it's more likely to lead to a purchase. So people who search for you, it just means that at that moment, they are actually looking for that product. So if you're that person who has completed your profile, optimized it fully, you're going to be at a higher chance of getting this, making this person an actual customer. And now let's go and look at how you can manage your listing. How do you manage your listing when it comes to Google My Business? So if you're signed into your Google My Business account, you can manage your profile directly on Google Search. So when you go to Google Chrome, but first you need to ensure that the email running your tabs, your computer, is the same email that you used to create the account. So you can go to your Chrome and then to your search bar, input the name of the business, and your business will appear if your profile has been created and verified. So if your business appears, it will show you that you are the one who is managing your listing, and it will even give you an option of edit your profile. So that is where you click, and you'll be able to update information, for example, adding a description for customers to understand about your business. You'll be able to add hours, you'll be able to create posts, promos, everything, add photos. But when you're adding photos, ensure that you're adding really nice photos. Don't add photos that are not related to your business. And aside that, photos that are really of poor quality. So be careful when you're adding photos. So go ahead and get reviews from your customers, from your colleagues that have really tested the kind of products and service you offer. So that is how you can manage your listing. Give us all the information we need to know about your business. Like I've said, ensure the photos that you're adding are really of good quality and they're also related to your products or to your service. So when we are talking about photos, we have, for your Google business profile, ensure that at least you add a logo to your, among your photos, to your images, because we need a way to identify you. Aside showing us, or aside seeing that this business is called Vision Africa, add your logo so that we can identify you. There are many businesses that have similar names in different countries. So at least add your logo so that you can easily see, oh, this is Visions for Africa. Ensure you add a cover photo, a photo that best represents your business. If you're dealing in computers or software, don't go ahead and add a photo of a garden. That will be contradictory and it will confuse us customers, people that are looking for you. In your information, you have computers and software, and then when it comes to photos, you have gardens, you have pets. So you can imagine the confusion that will go around in my head as a customer. Ensure you add additional photos. Aside adding your cover photo, don't leave it as empty with only two images. Please go ahead and add additional photos about your business and about your service. Let the customer have a walk through the kind of work you do through the images that you have. Okay, so why is it really important to update our opening hours? It's going to help someone from out to understand that if I go and visit Visions Africa, I'm going to find when these people are closed at this time. And if I go in between, if I'm to go on a weekend, let's say if it's a Saturday, I'll not find them beyond 1 p.m. If I go on Sunday, I'll not find them. So that is why updating opening hours is important. And it is something that you can do on Google My Business. Okay, updating your business information. So when you have your listing, go ahead, put in your products or services, put in highlights. Let's say you have offers, put in appointment links so that if you're that kind of business where someone needs to first make an appointment, at least you're able to do that online. So adding a lot of information. Let's say you have you have a facility that supports how should I say, wheelchairs. Like if someone is moving in a wheelchair, at least your facility can support that. Say maybe your business is mainly women led, so you can also, as well, go ahead and put in that information. So having a Google My Business listing is going to help you stay competitive. Why? This is because you're going to be able to make informed marketing decisions. It has that part of insights where you can be able to see how many people are searching for you, how many people are clicking on the different products you have, how many people are calling um, through Google. So it is going to help you make an important decision when it comes to your to marketing. So you're going to learn from the successes and mistakes of others. You're going to be able to see what your competitors are doing. Pick a leaf. If they have like 1000 reviews, if they have better images, just go and look through their profiles and see what are they doing better than me, and how can I improve on my profile, and how can I change this and that so that I can reach more people at the right time. You're going to be able to understand what customers want through your Google My Business listing. It is going to help you research and identify how to stand out from the crowd. What will you do that is different from your competitors? What will you do that will help you stand out? You will discover, actually, when you have a profile, you're going to discover industry trends and even discover customer preferences, all of which you cannot do if you have no profile on Google. So these are some of the examples of people that have really benefited. We have Inveli, and then we also have Juma Tours. Juma Tours is in what is in travel, and then this one is in fashion. So you can see from the picture, this is fashion. These people have really benefited after creating a Google business site. So you can see that uh, their product views rocketed. You can see that in 10 days, they got 1.5K of views for their product, for their products. They increased in revenue, they hired more people, two more employees, and then 30% of these 30% of people found valid designs listing while searching for a category or service. Of course, it has to be a service related to what you do. So that is how important this listing is. And when it comes to Juma, you can see from the statistics themselves, even if I do not actually explain it, 89 plus visits in the first week of creating a GMB listing. That is the power of having a profile online. He also was able to add three employees. 59% customers found the business via online search. So this is something that we have not crafted up. These are results from people. So even you as well, you can go ahead and share with us in the chat box. How has Google My Business helped you? So I'm going to pause for questions. If you have a question, please go ahead in the chat box and ask. I'll also look through the chat box and see if there are questions. Okay, so you're welcome, Visions Africa. You're welcome to the session. Thank you, Peace, for the good work you're doing. I can see you're engaging our audience very well. So I can go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and show you how you can optimize your Google My Business listing. Give me a minute. Okay, so after you've gone through all the steps that we've talked about and you've been verified, this is, I hope you can see the screen. So this is how your Google My Business is going to appear when you go into the background, into the back end. This is how your dashboard will appear. So you'll have access to all of this information: create a post, add a photo, create an ad, and so you can have all of these information, the performance, search views, how many people searched for you, how many views on Google Maps do you have, and then when you come to your left, you can see that you have insights, you have reviews. But let's first look at info. Right now, what I'm doing is showing you how you can optimize your Google My Business listing or Google Business Profile. So you can see that when you click on info, take note of that. Click on info. You're going to edit all the information from here. You're going to please never touch the business name and the contact. What you can start with is changing the category of your business. If you want to change the category, you can click where I've showed you. If I can just go back and show you this pen or pencil. So just click and then you can add the category. That is the one we found. And then you come just here, highlighted in blue, you click, and then you can add any other category. Let's say you deal in fruit juice. And then if you deal in fruit juice, you're going to pick a category that's below these ones that are listed that best suits that best relates to your business. And then after you adding that category, you click apply. If you click apply, your 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 other category will be visible on Google search. So you can see the one I've added. It stays under review for a period of a few minutes, and then it can go up to about 30 to 1 hour, but then it can never go beyond that day for it to appear on Google search, on your profile when someone searches. So that is how you go ahead and here, in case you want to put your location, this is why you can do it, and you can also move this pin. So if you want to add service areas, like all those areas where your business serves, let's say you serve all the western region, you serve Mukono, you serve Kampala, you can add all of those areas. You can add hours, you can add the business description, attributes. It's what I was talking about, that what does your business stand for? Does it stand for women empowerment? Does it stand for mostly women-led businesses? Do you have any SOPs or guidelines in place? For example, if I come, am I allowed in without even putting on a mask? Is that sanitizer for me? And in case I come and I'm in a wheelchair, does the facility support my movement around your place? So you have to be another one is, are you gender neutral? Or you're someone who really cares about that. So there's a lot for you to edit. All the information that I need, if I'm a customer, I need to know about your business. You add it, the description and everything. So you can come here to insights. With insights, you can see now that in 1 month I got 222 searches. So that is where you can see the activity going on your Google My Business profile. So it gives you all of this information. And remember, I said this listing is free of charge. So there is no excuse. The only thing you have to give in is time to keep on updating. So you can see actions, visits, requests for directions, calls. You have access to all of this. You can add photos from here as well. You can see you can add a logo, cover photo. So what we are doing now is showing you how you can optimize your business and ensure that whichever question I have about your business, at least if I come to your Google business profile, I can get to know what your business is about, where you're located, and I can even go ahead and contact you. So I hope you have taken note of that. And now we can go back and I'll check if we have any questions. And then we can go ahead and go back into our slides. So that is Google My Business. If you have any question about Google My Business before we go back into our presentation, go ahead and ask. My moderator is there for you, there to help you answer all of those questions. Okay, I can see Joseph. Joseph, you're very welcome to the session. Please feel free from Sion Travel Services. How is business going? How is the environment? So I can see we have no questions. We can now continue. So we are going to our next agenda, which is plan your the digital marketing strategy. That is where we are going, and you can as well start by responding to this question: what type of marketing have you used previously? You can go ahead and share with us. Share with us. Tell us if you've been marketing your business, because no business can really survive without marketing. So if you've been marketing your business out there, how have you been doing it? Okay, so as you're responding, we can go ahead and look at traditional marketing alongside digital marketing. So, with traditional marketing, what we mean is we have TVs, we have um, newspapers, we have radio stations, we have billboards. So that is traditional marketing. And then when it comes to digital marketing is just a form of advertising on the web, advertising or marketing on the web. So it involves a lot of things, e.g., promotions via emails, social media posts. You can have paid advertising or on search engines. So it involves a lot of things. And if you have the right online marketing strategy, small or medium or big businesses, it is a new way for you to compete against, the big businesses. If you remember the Goliath story, so it's one way for you to hit Goliath with a stone. That is the power of digital marketing. So you can easily compete with these big businesses when it comes to marketing. So we have a number of examples. We have search ads, we have video ads, we have display ads, and all of that we're going to look at it as we go deeper into our presentation. So let's look at which what digital has over traditional marketing. Let's look at the advantages that it has over traditional, and then what advantages that traditional have over digital marketing. So let us, you can see that when it comes to digital marketing, it's at low cost, and then traditional is costly. So what do you mean by this? When you go onto Google, or let's say social media, you're going to be able to advertise or launch a campaign at an amount at actually you start from 50,000 for you to launch a campaign. That is an amount that a business can it, that is how low and how cheap it is when it comes to marketing on digital on the web. And when it comes to traditional marketing, I'll use an example of TV or newspaper. They usually charge you according to, when it comes to TV, they charge you according to the time you're going to spend. And then when it comes to newspaper, there's some, at times they charge you in centimeters, but at other times they charge you, are you going to use a full page or a half page? So they charge you accordingly. And when it comes to newspapers, it's really costly for you to get even a half page in New Vision. So with digital, you can easily interact with your audience. They can ask question and you respond immediately. Because you can even get a notification that someone has sent you a question. Someone has responded to your post. And when it comes to traditional, how will you know if I have a question to ask you? You cannot know. I will watch it on TV. I will read it in the newspapers, but there is no way that I'll come to you and say, "What do you mean by this? How much is this?" That is how traditional is more important than traditional marketing. So with digital, there is more return. The return on investment is really high, and remember at low cost. Yet when it comes to traditional, the it's a bit lower. It's lower actually when it comes to traditional marketing. And I'll use an example of billboards. Very few people move around looking at billboards. You'll find few people in a taxi trying to go around looking at billboards all over the street, trying to read what people are marketing. So it's easy to measure. You can see how many, like I was showing you the results on Google My Business. You can see how many people have seen your post, how many people have liked your post, how many people have clicked on your post. And with traditional, those are the things that you can never have access to. You cannot know how many people have bought newspapers. I mean, how will you know that this person has read about my ad? It's very hard for you to know. So with traditional, with digital, you're able to it's a bit time consuming when it comes to digital because you need to really take some time looking through um, what to post, and then after posting you really need to mind about what people are responding, so that you respond in what people are saying, so that you respond in real time or you respond quickly, because it's kind of a bit discouraging to a customer who sends you a message in the morning and then for you respond to the message the next morning. So it's a bit time consuming for you to be able to keep up. Okay, so let's dive deep into the different types of digital marketing. I'll not take you into the different types of traditional marketing. We are here for digital. And yeah, let's go and look into the different types. So the first one, like you can see us on your screen, we are going to look at five. And the first one is search engine marketing. And when you talk about search engine, we mean that you're going to pay for advertising for you to appear on search engines. So you have to put in some money for you to appear on search in the very first results. You have social media marketing. So for here, you're going to use platforms like Facebook. You're going to use platforms like Twitter, Instagram, for you to get traffic, attention, and reach new people. Look at display marketing. So this is display marketing is online advertising where you can advertise on multiple websites across the internet. So for example, when you're scrolling through a particular website and then a banner for Jumia appears out of nowhere, that is what display marketing is. And then you have content marketing. Content marketing is about you creating and sharing different types of content, e.g., blog posts, videos, infographics, for you to attract more attention and, of course, drive traffic. And then there is email marketing. Email marketing For it, it's it's where you're going to collect a number of emails from different people, and then you're able to communicate with them uh, at different timelines. Let's say maybe every once a month, but after you have collected the emails, so you can. There is also SMS marketing. Here I use SMS. For example, I'll use an example. Recently, I was on phone and I saw an SMS coming from a particular person trying to advertise what he does, web development, social media. So it just popped and ads, not subscribe to anything like let's say an email or what, but the SMS just popped. And so now let's look at how you can reach the right people at the right time when it comes to Google Ads. So Google is where people search for what you do, and here they search for what to do, where to go, and what to buy. So a number of people right now are using Google search, and you will only appear in the very first results if you're someone who has put something into, let's say, you have a budget that you have put aside for your marketing on Google. So we can look at the statistics right now on screen. So 87.3% of searches are conducted on Google. That is, uh, from just that statement, you can now see an opportunity. 87.3% of searches are conducted on Google. Paid search ads are easily and quickly created and managed. So we are going to look at that. How are you going to start with Google Ads? How are you going to set up an ad on Google? So we are going to look at that. No need to worry. So it's also telling you that 63%. Give me a minute. So 63% of people have clicked on a Google ad. So those are statistics from Google, they're not from us. So that is how currently people are really active on Google. And you all understand that most of these things were increased by people having a lot of time and access to their phones, like on a daily. And it led to a rise of a lot of like not rise but skyrocketing of a lot of people using social media and using Google for to search for each and everything. If you can remember, a lot of people now starting ordering for food and everything. That is because uh, people had invested into their digital marketing. So now let's start and we look at how do you start with Google Ads. The first thing you have to do is go to ads.com, ads.google.com, sign up and create an account. Create an ads account. When you create an ads account, you're going to go on to campaigns and then you can create a new campaign. By campaign, let's go dive deep into what we mean. So we are going to look at these steps that you go through for you to create an ad on Google. And the first step is going to for you to tell us your goal, decide where your ad is to where to advertise, create your message, set up a budget, and then after you go live. So we are going to look into that in detail, and we are starting with you telling us what do you want to achieve? What is the reason behind you going digital or paying for ads? So you need to understand what your goal is. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to get more conversions? Do you want to get more people calling in? Do you want to increase people visiting your store? Or do you want for like for you to drive people onto your website? So you need to first understand what is your goal and make sure your online goal fully aligns with your offline goal. Make sure those two align very well to get the maximum results. Step 2, decide where you want to advertise. So don't just go online without knowing where you want to advertise. Let's say you're in Kampala and you're currently signing up and you want to launch your campaign. You don't know where to target. Like, don't go targeting Kenya if that is not the place where you serve. If you know your customers are in Uganda, then that is where you will advertise. So be careful. If you serve local customers, then target local audience. If you're serving international, then it's okay. You can target a global audience. You decide where you want to show your ads, and Google will make sure that your ad reaches your customers in those places that you have targeted. Step 3, create your message. So when you talk about create your message, um, I've seen quite a lot of people when they create messages that some of them are really hard to understand. Make it easy for me as a customer to understand what you're talking about, and create a message that is attractive, that is going to entice me to find out really what is behind that message. If you have an offer, make sure you highlight the offer. Start with 50%, save up to 50%, or December big sale. So don't again start with we sell this and this, and then that December big sale is actually behind it. It comes behind the message. Ensure you set up a message. You draft a message that is really going to attract me to click onto your ad so that I can see, okay, what's behind this message, what can I get, and how can I reach this person. This is a great way for you to draw your customers in, and especially if you have visuals, if you add images, is a great way for you to draw in customers. After that, you're going to set your budget. Set a budget cap. What do we mean when you say a budget cap? You need to have that this is the amount that I'm going to spend on Google Ads for a month. And if that is the amount that you're going to spend for a month, then what is your daily budget? The only thing you have to do is to divide by the number of days, divide by 30 if that month has 30 days. So get your monthly budget, divide it by 30, and then you'll know that on a daily, I'm going to spend this amount on my Google Ads. The good thing when it comes to Google Ads that at any one point you can pause them and you can still adjust them, which is something you cannot do when it comes to ads on TV. So as you're also putting in your budget, Google gives you an estimated result. You can be able to see that if I put in this amount of dollars, I'm going to get this number of audience to see my ad. So that is how good Google Google Ads is. After all of that, you've set your goal, you've set your message, you've targeted. The last thing will be for you to go live, which is like the easiest. The whole steps are easy, but this is now like the easiest. You've gone through all the others, then now the remaining thing is for you to go live. Google will display your ad whenever people are searching for your product or your service, or for a product that is related to what you deal in. So your ads will appear on Google Search, Google Maps, and across all the networks that, of course, partner with Google. And remember, you're only going to pay for results when people click your ad to call your business, when people visit your website, when people get directions to your store. Those are the only times when you're going to pay. So don't be worried about, oh, I'm putting in my money, how will I know what and what? Don't worry, you'll be able to Google will only deduct the money only if someone has clicked onto your ad to visit your website to get directions or to call your business. Okay, so that's it with Google Ads. Let me pause for questions and see have any questions in the chats. Welcome, Charity. Welcome, Amy. I can see Amy thanking us for the session. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you leave your questions in the chats. You're welcome, Joseph. We're glad to have you with us in the session. Please ask all the questions you have, please, in the chat box. Who's ready to respond to you with every question that you have? We are going to a different agenda for today's topic. Like I said, if you want to set Google Ads, go to ads.google.com and you'll be able to. It will actually show you. It will ask you to start now, so it will be easy for you to to launch Google Ads. Or actually, if I can show you something so simple, if you have a Google My Business profile, you don't have to worry so much. You just have to go on your left and you scroll down. I hope you're seeing. So if you scroll down, I hope you can see this part here. There is something called create an ad. So you can see that even with Google My Business, it is going to start by telling you you can create a new Google Ads account, or you can just simply go to ads.google.com, ads.google.com. So they will simply ask you start now, and then you can start by creating an account. So that is how easy it is when it comes to Google and Google Ads. Okay, so let's continue to our last agenda of today, which is leverage social media channels and email marketing. That is our last agenda for today. So I'm going to start with a question for you, like we've been doing it. Which social media channels does your business use? Keep on telling us. Tell us in the chat box which social media channels are you currently using. So how can social media help grow your business? You can also keep sharing with us how does social media help grow your business, and we'll pick your response and share it with others. So the very first thing it does is that it will help you generate more sales, because you're going to be able to reach more audiences. A lot of people on social media, you can reach a very big audience when it comes to social media. So having a very big audience means your sales are going to increase. So it adds value to your brand, and also it improves on your marketing, because just know you have a lot of people that are viewing you. You're going to be able to get noticed on search. You're going to attract more people to your site. You're going to be able to share valuable content with your people. You're going to raise customer service levels by responding to them in real time. So those are all advantages of having social media platforms. Okay, I can see Visions Africa has shared with us that they use LinkedIn. Thank you for that. You can keep sharing. So let's look at organic social media versus paid social media. When we talk about organic, like you hear the word organic, and then the other one, as you hear the word paid, they are different things. So when you talk about organic social media, I mean views, actions, or clicks from posts that are free. You don't pay for anything. So your content appears on your business profile and in people's feeds. The content on social media that is organic is going to only reach your followers and also friends of your followers. That is if they like your post and share it. So we have paid social media. So for paid social media, you're going to pay for your views or for actions or clicks on your post. And your ad is going to appear in a number of places even if people don't follow you. And you can reach anyone. People do not have to follow you to see your ad. How do you get started in social media marketing? In social media marketing, the very first thing you'll have to do is to identify who your target audience is. And when it comes to audience, you need to first in social media marketing, we call it you defining a buyer persona. You have to create a persona for who your audience is. Uh, who is that person? What are they into? What influences that person? What are their interests? What time are they usually online? Which social media do they use? Do they enjoy? What is their age? Where do they stay? So that is all about you defining who your audience is, and so that you can target better. You need to choose the channels carefully for your social media. First, understand if I'm dealing in software, is my audience B2C or B2B? So I need to understand, am I serving businesses or am I serving individuals? So that you can target better. This platform, I'll get more businesses, and then on this platform, I'm going to get more individuals. So choose. Make sure you choose your channels very carefully. And then the very last thing is for you to post engaging content on a regular basis. Please make sure you post content regularly and make that content interesting and engaging for us viewers. And when I say content, I mean videos, I mean photos, blog articles. You can have a live session, a live broadcast, and then infographics. So, how can email marketing help your business? How can email marketing help your business? So when it comes to email marketing, how do you get started? You can be asking yourself that been hearing this word email marketing, but how do I even get started? The very first thing you have to do to understand is that there are quite a lot of email providers out there. So some of them offer free features, and some of them offer they are paid for, and then other platforms they have a part which is free and then another which is paid for. So it's important that you know which platform, you decide which platform that you're going to use. You can see the examples on the screen. There is MailChimp. It can really do a good job for you when it comes to email marketing. And then you have to build a list of relevant contacts. So make sure that you have permission in contacting people. Don't just collect emails from a directory or from somewhere and then you start sending them emails. People don't like cluttering their inbox. So make sure you have permission from that person whenever you're to send them emails. Ensure that you segment and group the list. Uh, Many people have different interests, so whatever you send me can be different from whatever you send a different person or business. So if you're, let's say, let's use an example of Visions for Africa. So Visions for Africa can be a B2C and as well as a B2B. And the kind of information that interests B2C is different from the kind of information that interests B2C. So you have to segment which information goes this way and which information goes on the other side. And if you have colleagues, if you have people that you've been engaging with, invite them to subscribe to your email listing. Create relevant and useful content. Don't clutter people's inboxes with a lot of information that is where they cannot even benefit. Treat them like VIP. Whenever you have an offer, let them be the first people that can know about such offers. Personalize your emails. What do you mean? When you're sending these emails, make sure that you're not starting with "Hello, dear customer," or "Hello, Mister," "Hello, hello, Mrs." At least start the email with the person's name. Say, "Hello, Mariam. This email is from this and this and what. We thank you for this and this. These are the tips for this and this and this." So make sure you personalize these emails. There is a way it adds on to, loyalty from your customer. So keep on asking. Welcome, Patience. Welcome, Benjamin, to the session. Welcome to the session. Uh, Keep on asking the questions as we go ahead. So email marketing tips for your success. Like I said, please segment your emails. Don't send the same information to different categories of customers. If you have businesses and as your customers, don't send them information similar to information that you send to individual customers. Make sure that you tailor your message to specific groups of audiences. Keep it simple. Don't write for us. There is this MP of Uganda who always talks in terms that are hard to understand. He always says in your puhu in your he always says he has such terms. So when you're writing an email, please don't write for us such terms which are hard to understand. So keep it very simple. So if you'd like to share a large piece of content, feature an element, or just add a link where, like, if I'm interested to learn more, I can click on that link, then I get the rest of the information. So make it easy for me to just scan through with my eyes. Actually, most of the customers, we first scan through, see if it is something that we can read. So make it easy for me to scan through and see if that is the thing I want to read and to spend my time. So measure the open and click rate of your emails. With email marketing, it's easy for you to know that these are the number of people that have clicked, these are the number of people that have opened my email. So measure and see, are these people really opening my email when I send it? With you measuring this, is going to help you determine the success of your campaign, and you're going to get to know the general trends, like to know that, okay, if I send an email about this, they open. If I send an email about this, they don't even dare to open. So it helps you know, and you can even know that how many people are unsubscribing. So when you see people unsubscribing, you can know that, oh, okay, this content is really not working. So you can know how to keep on tweaking it. So for questions, please go ahead and ask. Those are our three main agendas for today. Please ask away, don't be afraid to ask. My moderator is there to respond to your questions. So after I've gone through all of this, how to the first one was creating and optimizing your GMB listing. The second one was digital marketing strategy, and the last one, who can guess what the last one was about? Okay, I'll wait to see what someone responds to in the session. I see if people were attentive. So you can share with us what your next steps were, what your next steps are after I've listened to all of this and you get to understand. Find us on social media. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My moderator is sharing links I can see. You're doing very well. Peace, Lillian. Thank you so much for that work you're doing. Please follow us on Twitter. Tell us how the session was. Give us your feedback. We'd really much like to hear from you, and we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for staying with us up to now. Wash your hands, keep that mask on, and keep on sanitizing. Go get vaxxed. Thank you so much, and have a lovely afternoon. Okay, so before I go off, there is something I had forgotten. Google has something for you. Uh, they have one-on-one mentoring. It's free of charge. If you want to be mentored in digital marketing, in entrepreneurship, my moderator has shared a link. Let me see. Yes, she has shared a link. Please sign up and get mentored by Google, and yeah, get to know a lot of things from us. You can also get yourself a certificate for attending the session. Give us your feedback on our social media platforms. For any of your questions, don't be afraid to reach out to your DMS. And other than that, have a good afternoon. We shall keep updating you about any other sessions that we have. Thank you for attending.